If you want to stay connected to your child as they grow, you must learn how to give them space without withdrawing your love. I'm Dr. Naomi, and this is From the Doctor's Chair, where clinical insight meets intentional living. There is a common fear many parents carry, especially as their children grow older. And that fear is this: if I give them too much space, will I lose connection with them? So in response to that fear, we sometimes hold on more tightly. We check in more frequently. We ask more questions. We try to stay closely connected in the ways that once worked. But what worked in one season of parenting does not always translate into the next. Because as children grow, their need for space is not a sign of disconnection. It is a sign of development. And if we misunderstand that, we may begin to interpret their independence as distance, their quietness as withdrawal, their need for space as rejection. And when we interpret space as rejection, we can begin to respond in ways that unintentionally create pressure. We might reach out more frequently than they are ready for, ask questions they don't yet have answers to, or try to reestablish closeness in ways that feel familiar to us, but overwhelming to them. And what often happens in those moments is that our effort to stay connected can actually create more distance, not because the desire is wrong, but because the timing is misaligned. Because connection in this season is not about pulling them closer. It is about allowing them to move freely, while knowing that your presence remains unchanged, when in reality, they are learning how to exist as individuals. And that process requires room. Now, here is where the shift happens. Connection in this season is no longer built through proximity. It is built through presence, not constant access, not constant communication, but a steady, grounded presence that says, I am here. You don't have to perform for me. You don't have to explain everything to stay connected to me. And that kind of presence creates something powerful. It creates emotional safety, because your child begins to understand, I can step out into the world and still have a place to return. And that is what sustains connection over time. Not control, not closeness forced too tightly, but space, held together by love that does not withdraw. So if you are a parent who is learning how to give space without feeling like you are losing connection, here are 3 things I want you to remember. First, space is not separation. It is a natural and necessary part of growth. Second, connection is built through presence, not pressure. And third, when love remains steady, your child will return, not out of obligation, but out of trust. If this perspective supported you today, I invite you to share it with another parent and subscribe to my channel so we can continue this conversation here each Monday from the doctor's chair.